Hey, it's Zane here, and I wanted to send you a short message today. I had a question yesterday about how to overcome crippling anxiety. And so I want to address that briefly here for you because I know there's a lot of people out there right now who are really doing it tough. They're suffering. There's a lot of uncertainty out there, and anxiety is a very, very real problem. And it's something we need to really be consciously aware of. We need to be consciously aware of the people we care about, the people in our surroundings, because, it's something that can spiral really out of control if we don't pull ourselves up and ensure that we get on track emotionally so that it doesn't become a debilitating problem. So firstly, what is anxiety? Well, anxiety is, I guess, can really be simplified in us focusing on what may happen. Right now we have so many things in our head. We have so much stuff going on, so much noise around us that is really pointing the population to a place where they don't really know what the future looks like. We've got people losing their jobs, we've got lockdowns, we've got, medical tyranny coming down the pipe. We've got things happening with the monetary system. There's a lot of implications that are coming down the pipe with everything that's at play right now. And if you're like me and you're doing a little bit of digging and a little bit of research and, you're consciously dialed into what's going on and you're not just sort of hoping that it would go away, then you realize that now more than ever, we need to take back control of our mindset, of our emotions, and we need to really build emotional fitness. Now, emotional fitness is something that is important as a lifelong skill, just to navigate the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows of life in general. But when it comes to a crisis, like you could say that we're in now as a global population, it's more important than ever. And, there's people all around us who are doing it tough. And whether you're doing it tough or there's just somebody that you know who's doing it tough, just understanding that, really taking things back to our center, to what we can control, is one of the best things that we can do right now. So how do we do that? Well, the first thing to realize is that it's so important that we understand what the triggers are. Okay, and you have different triggers to the triggers that I have. But I think fundamentally for so many of us right now, one of the biggest triggers of all is just this incessant noise that's going on in the media. And so my first recommendation to anybody who's going through any kind of anxiety right now would be to just really control the atmosphere and the radio frequency that you're subjecting your mindset to every single day. Don't start the day listening to the news. Don't, sit there continuously looking at what's going on with the virus and these unelected officials telling us how our lives are going to be and all of that. Just step away from all of that. Take back control of what you're subjecting your mindset to. How you think and the environment and the messages that are going into your mind has a massive impact, both consciously and subconsciously, on how you feel, which is your emotions. And how you feel is the fundamental driver of your daily behaviors. And that these behaviors really manifest themselves in how we show up, how we get through this lifetime. And so it's so important for us to get to the source of our anxiety, the triggers, the things that are around our atmosphere, our mindset, the media, anything that's going into our mind that's causing us to kind of feel this way, this anxiety, this uncertainty. We need to address that first. Secondly, it's so important to get outside and move, connect with nature. Emotion is born out of motion. Positive emotion is born from moving your body through time and space, outside, in the fresh air. Get into nature, reconnect with nature. It's one of the world's greatest healers that we have. The sunshine, the sand, the surf, the forest. This morning I went out on a 90-minute ride out in the forest. I didn't feel like it today. I had quite a late night last night. But when I woke up, I knew that by doing that and getting out and connecting with nature, once I was there, I would feel soothed. I would feel a sense of self-fulfillment, of self-accomplishment. And lo and behold, I got through that ride, and at the end of it, I felt so satisfied that I'd done something really good for my own atmosphere around my mind and my emotions. So again, getting outside, moving your body is so important, and that would be the second step. Thirdly, it's really, really important that you go to a happy place. If you're suffering emotionally right now, it's probably because you don't have anything positive happening around you. Nothing to lift you up, nothing to make you feel a sense of energy, a sense of positiveness. And it's so important that we move to those places that give us that enlightenment, that give us that energy. And if you don't have it in your immediate surroundings, or you're locked down and you can't get out, then seek out positive environments online. And there are plenty of those around. And if you reach out to me, I can certainly share a few communities with you that are free, they're easy to access, and they're very motivational and uplifting that you can tap into. So in a nutshell, really what I want to share with you today is that by being submissive and allowing everything that's going on in the world to take away your power, to take away your sense of control, that is the number one thing that'll lead to crippling anxiety. You have the power to take back control. You have the power to control your thoughts, your emotions, and you certainly have the power to utilize those feelings and those thoughts to drive daily behaviors that serve you. And so by recognizing the triggers, stepping away from that, controlling your environment, and doing all that you can to realize that you are worthy, you have a purpose, this also shall pass. It's one of the great sayings, is that whatever is going on in the world, it will pass, whether it's negative, whether it's positive, it will pass. And just living in the moment and being grateful for what you have. And when you start to have that kind of an approach and perspective on life, it has a real impact on how you feel and can really start to unravel those feelings of anxiety and incessant uncertainty, which so many people are feeling right now. So recognize the triggers, move your body often, and go to a happy place. That'd be the three main tips for you today. And by doing that, you'll go a long way to taking back a sense of control. I hope you got something from it. Thanks for watching. This is Zane Truscott. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.